What's going on, guys? I am back with another video. I've been getting a couple people asking me about what type of incubators I use. This is not the best incubator you can get, but it's a basic incubator. It works. It's called a hoverbator. It's basically for chicken eggs. It's a still air incubator. So you twist this dial to get hotter or colder, depending on which way you turn it. Increase, decrease. Um, so you set up a thermometer inside of it. It has a cord that goes inside of there. So it's giving me the inside temperature. So once this get to my desired temperature, so I like around 82 for bearded dragon eggs. If you want some other species, then whatever species that you need to, whatever that incubation temp for those species is, that's what you need to get to. So when I need to change the temperature, twist that little lever right there, this little metal part. I twist that either right or left, depending on if I need to get it cooler or hotter. It don't cool, it just produces heat. So the room that you have it in need to be under the amount that you're incubating at. So if you need to incubate like crested gecko eggs or something like that, that's usually room temperature. So you won't even need this on, you just need to set them in there. But say that the incubation temperature for anything was 75 degrees, you need it to be in a room to at least 70 degrees so that the temperature never gets above the amount that you're incubating at. So it's a hoverbator, still air incubator, chicken egg incubator, all the same thing. You put your thermostat in there, you get your eggs in the egg box inside of the incubator. We will be talking about this clutch in this video. That's what this video is mainly about. But I have had like 4 or 5 people ask me what type of incubator it is. So getting that out the way first. It is a hoverbator. Basic setup. You need to keep it in a room that's controlled temperature. And that controlled temperature needs to be lower than what you're incubating at, or it's going to get too hot to incubate your eggs there. Because it don't cool, like I said before, it only heats. And when you say I need an 80, it's only below 82 because I'm opening up, and that light indicates that it just cut on. So I twist this knob until I get this number to where I need it to be. And if it's, say it's 80 degrees all the time, I'm gonna twist it till that light come on. And then I'm gonna leave it for a little while and wait for that to get to 82 and not above 82. And then that light should cut off when it get about 82. And then I know that the incubator is set correctly. If you guys, I did do an incubator. Never mind, I'm not gonna talk about that right now. But let's get these eggs out. Sorry, these babies out, and see what happens out. This was the hybrid to hybrid. The female was a possible quad het, whiplet, 0, trans, and hypo. The father not had hypo, so we won't know if she proved off a hypo or not. But the goal was to see if she was het for trans and at least whiplet and 0. So let me turn this flashlight on. And we're gonna get into this clutch real fast. I see some patternless ones in here. Some look darker than others, so maybe she hit on both whiplet and 0, so it gives a chance of hitting 0. Let me make sure though. All but one egg has hatched so far, so I'm gonna put these guys back in here once I'm done with this video. Let them tap on that egg until it hatches. That one looks like a whiplet. But you see that one's lighter. But whiplet and 0, they both can lighten up and darken up depending on mood. More so 0 than whiplet, but they both can do it. I think I hit on both though. And father again is Stitch. Stitch is what fathered every dragon that I produced last year. And this is his only clutch so far this year. So most of them look like normals, but this is a hybrid to hybrid pairing. So have that cross going. They're gonna at least be 66% probable head. Let me see if I see any shoulder pads on any of these. I'm looking for the shoulder pads on these guys. That'll say that it's a 0. If you look behind the head on that little protrusion, yeah, it should be a black spot if it's gonna be a 0. But a Wiro won't have it either, so I'm hoping to see at least one of them have the spot, so I know if it's 0 or. I see a little color by the ear on that one, so that's gonna be a whip blit. Let me check the ear color on this one. That one doesn't have any color and no shoulder pads. That one has color by the ear, so that's a whip blit. And they don't have any shoulder pads either. This one, no shoulder pads either. Either I got extremely lucky and got a couple Wiros and no zeros, or these are all whip blits. But that one's a lot lighter, as you can see. So for right now, unless this one hatched out a clear 0, I'm saying that she didn't prove out for a 0. Looks like we have hybrid to hybrid. The father's head trans, so these are going to be 50% possible head trans. The father's head 0, so they're going to be 50% possible head 0, unless this one pops out 0, and then these will be 66% probable head 0. And what else? The mother may be hypo, but we won't know from this pairing. We won't even know till next year, so I won't even say anything about hypo right now. But if she does prove out next year, maybe I'll bring it up. But for right now, looks like she didn't prove out 0. She didn't prove out trans, because the father is definitely a translucent. That one's a lot lighter. That might be the first one that hatched out as far as whip blit go. But we got a cool amount of total. How many babies is out so far? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Wait, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 11. And we got 5 whip blits. That's pretty cool odds. I don't see any deformities or anything. Actually, I see a little bit of kinking on this tail right there, which means the temperature on the incubator is inconsistent. The incubator was just spoke about. Like I was saying, for a while here, the AC wasn't working in the building. If you guys are watching for a while, when I first moved in, the AC wasn't really working. AC is working now, so they probably got that temperature change from that, and it kind of affected them. But nothing major, like with those trans babies from a previous video. That was genetic. Alright guys, I'm gonna go ahead and end this video. Do a quick recap. This is a Stitch. Stitch is a hybrid. He's triple het for trans, whip blit, and 0. And then a female, it was a hybrid. She's possible quad het. We proved that she's not het for trans, and so far not het for 0. Hypo would be have to try next year. And we got about 50% visuals on here. These visuals are gonna be at least 50% had 50% had trans, 50% had zero. That's the only things we know for sure. And then the non-visual is going to be 66% had for Whitblit, 50% had zero, 50% had trans. But I'm gonna get these guys back in this little box. Let them, like I said, knock on the last one's egg, and let them chill in the incubator for one more night, and then most likely that one's gonna be out, and I'll set them up. But for right now, they gotta go back. See how this works. So at least you proved out Whitblit. Babies look good. Got a good amount of them compared to the clutch size, and that's from a head to a head. So those are very good odds. Make sure that all tails and fingers are in. Close this back. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Thanks for watching. If you're not subscribed already, go ahead and subscribe. If you have any business information, questions or inquiries that you want to talk to me about, the link to my email is in the description. If you want to talk on Instagram, we can talk there as well. I'm pretty good at answering questions. I like comments in the comment section, but you can't have a conversation in there because it's hard to keep up with the conversation in the comment section because I don't get notifications or anything like that. Well, the notifications come, but they're not in a form that you can keep track of them like on Instagram or on Facebook or on email. So if you want to have a long conversation, Instagram and email is going to be the best place. But alright guys, I'm out. This is the next clutch to do the hatch. That's going to be yellow hypo trans to hypo leatherback possible head trans. And then let me see. And then we got that red male from KP to leatherback Whitblit. That's possible head hypotrans. So hopefully they prove out. Alright guys, I'm out. Peace.